Hello. I know it's been a little while since I've done my last video, but we've had some milder weather the past couple of weeks, so I've been managed to get some maintenance done on my garden. It's always never ending, but let me show you around. Right here is my latest addition to my flamingo family. I was looking around. My fall basket's actually not looking too bad. I need to trim off the light green plants because there's still some heat damage. But we might actually get some flowers, which is cool. Peony is looking a little sad, but still really green, so hopefully she'll survive. My woodland garden looking a little worse for the wear. It's getting towards fall, so things are going to start to go dormant. Here's my whiskey barrel planter that I changed out the flowers and foliage on. I think it actually looks pretty nice despite the fact that the Penta doesn't have a whole lot of blooms going on right now. I think if I deadhead it, I might get some more. Over here to the side, all the new flowers that I got are doing rather well. I've added a ton of mulch, so it looks a lot more tidy than what it did. This here is the second set of blooms on my daisy. You can see all the primrose that I pulled out is coming back, which I knew it would. That daisy there has a few buds, but no flowers yet. The buds will be its second bloom. This echinacea is looking really nice. Happy for it. My guaras are starting to flower now that they have space, probably. Got hummingbird weed going on over here. And step through here. My salvias actually not looking too bad either. My gardenia, very green. I think she'll be okay. This garden here looks a little worse for the wear, but my new plants that I got from Home Depot are still flowering. And these verbena are actually blooming again, the purple flowers. The hosta's showing a lot of heat and sun damage, but it comes back and gets bigger every year. I might need to divide it next year. My daylilies are showing new growth. Up here. Everything out here. Some of my daylilies have rebloomed. My rose looks okay. Sorry, got back up. The rose looks to be doing okay. I might have to cut it back a little bit, try and keep it more compact, but if I remember correctly, it used to be very leggy and spiny. Maybe that's just the kind of rose it is. I'm not a rose person. Latania, huge. Got my daylilies. Some of them have rebloomed, but the blooms are done right now. This Latania is so huge. My magnolia here looks very sick. I'm thinking it's probably just from the stress of all the heat and lack of rain. So I've been trying to give it a lot more water here lately. And you can see it's got a lot of buds. So it's still, even though it doesn't look healthy from a distance, I think it probably is a lot more healthier than what I think it is. This red bud, so huge. Here's my mixture, my zinnias. Got zinnias. Here's a beautiful one. And then coreopsis. That tall one in the middle. Ooh, I actually have a bloom. Mexican sunflower. And it has gotten so tall. This here is a 4 o'clock. Another coreopsis. And then we got my dahlias. This poor guy. I've needed to stake just about all of them. My butterfly bush. Oh my gosh, it has gotten huge. You get over here. I got my candy cane zinnias. So pretty. You see that? Hopefully I can get it. And this here, that's just an average milkweed. It's a host plant to different kinds of butterflies, but I'm not sure what. And then back here, through here is my sea holly. It looks like a weed, but it isn't. And from the research I've done, is these sea hollies, it takes a year of growth before they can really take off. So it's just putting out a lot of green, despite the shade that it's probably under most of the day from all the flowers around it. It's collecting enough sun and energy into the roots so that next year it can flower. I will be really anxious to see it next year. Some more zinnias. And this Latania has gotten so huge. My yellow one back there is hidden by my black-eyed Susan. And whatever this plant is, I can't remember what it was. I got it as a seed packet with my zinnias, so it looked interesting. Didn't realize that it actually doesn't flower. It's just the leaves look like flowers. Wish you could see how electric pink this is, but the colors from the sunset make it look more red than pink. But trust me, it is a fluorescent pink. It is really pretty. I'm not going to plant it here next year, but I definitely will plant more of it next year. Just not here. And this another, man, Latanias sure take off in this. They love the Tennessee weather. They love the sun. They love the heat. 100-degree days, bring it on. That's pretty. And now my lilac is showing sunburnt, which is very typical this time of year. Trying to keep giving it extra water in the hopes that to minimize the damage and that whatever buds that are producing for next year's flowers don't get burnt off. There's a pretty cosmos. On my video here it shows like it's pink, but trust me, it's purple. Oh, my peacock orchids have been blooming. Unfortunately, you can't quite see how beautiful they've been. No, it's not opened up. I got all these blooms here, and then I had one over here that was blooming. And then over here I just got some zinnias, my Holland orchids, not orchids, lilies. The blue flower there you see is a forget-me-not. My lilies are starting to turn yellow. My Asiatic, or I'm not sure what kind of lily. They're just basic generic lilies, but they're starting, the foliage is starting to turn yellow and they're starting to die back. And let's see. No, this zinnia here is turned into a shrub. I think it is so pretty. My St. John's wort that I was afraid was dying is showing a lot of new growth. And even one little flower right there. Cleaned out these planters here because everything was dying. Not looking too shabby anymore. I also finished mulching this entire area to keep out the weeds. So far looking good. Over here is my plant graveyard. You can see I've got a few flowers on them, but it looks so dead. That's from the heat and the drought. These guys doing okay. I tried to root some citronella, but obviously it didn't take. Probably because I didn't water it enough. But this little guy, he's pretty. He's actually getting healthy and taking off. That guy, he's gotten big. I'll probably do the same thing with that one there that I did with this. I'll have a couple of them next year. Oh, my toad lilies. They look so burnt. They get too much sun for what they're liking, apparently. Gotta move a tarp. It blew over. Sorry. Moved it. Okay. Now, over here. Obviously, I still need to clean this up. I started working from the mailbox on the way, and I'm moving my way towards the back. Just finished cleaning up this Baptisia and this penstemon. It was really sad looking. The original plant was there in the middle, but because I mended so much of the dirt, it had it had all sunk. And there was a big giant hole in the middle. All three of these had a big giant hole that I had to fill back in with dirt. There's my dahlia. Gosh, that thing's so pretty. And then the salvia that I decided to throw in there. I hope he comes back. Most of them some are perennial, some are annual. We'll see how well he does. Hey, if my dahlia can come back, so can my salvia. And that's about it. Thank you for watching.